Alright, so just got back from seeing Straight Outta Compton, and you know, I, while there are a number of principles that I can pick out from that movie, um, there's one in particular that I want to kind of touch upon. Um, so yeah, you can find in there, uh, sticking to principles, understanding your own value, understanding your self worth. Doing the due diligence to make sure that things are being done properly and that you're not getting gypped or what have you. And then we could talk about the socioeconomic principles that you find throughout. Who's taking advantage of who. Um, you know, the missing links that we forget about sometimes. When people say that certain groups of people just act a certain way, not realizing that at times that can really just be a result of the way that that group of people have been treated. And then what often tends to happen is that when that group of people begins to um, act act out, or not even act out, but when that group of people maybe begins to rise up, what their culture in essence, or their who they are is criminalized, which is an amazing phenomenon, which is for another video. But I would say that the main thing that I want y'all to get from that movie, whoever's had the chance to see it, is I want you to just understand that. And man, maybe I'm just talking to myself, but you look at the success that Dr. Dre has now, and you look at the success that um, Ice Cube has had now, and where these guys have come from. The one thing that comes to mind is that this thing that we call success, or this thing that we call greatness, is a process. And I mean, it's taken 30 years for them to get to where we see them now. And hey, because sometimes you might get discouraged thinking that things haven't, come into fruition for you at this very point in time. But when I look at the beginning of the movie, it's 1986. When I look at the end of the movie, and see some of the, seeing all the movies that Ice Cube has done up to date, looking at Dr. Dre selling, Beats brand to Microsoft, all of that's pretty much 30 years in the making for them to get to where they are. It's all right. So they've had some success before that. So let's say maybe even if we say 20 years in the making, it still wasn't an overnight thing. Maybe part of their success was happened in what might seem overnight, but even that's probably 2 to 3 years. And but and I guess I say all that to say this. I'm sure they could not have imagined where just making sure to do what they could with what they had. They couldn't imagine where that would take them eventually. When you see the success that they have now, that's nothing that they could plan for. Being in movies was never a plan of Ice Cube's when they started out, right? Dr. Dre owning a pair of Beats headphones, and I think that they said that they the the Beats brand was sold to Apple for like 32 billion or something like that. I could be wrong, but I think somewhere around there. Forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but continue doing the work. Continue doing what God has placed on your heart to do, to accomplish. Um, and continue to do the things that you are able to do. Um, you just never know where it might take you, man. So I know personally, that's a struggle of mine. I have so many ideas in my head. Sometimes I don't even know which one to attack, and sometimes I do get down on myself, wondering what is going to be the thing that takes off, that propels me into being financially free, financially independent, and then being able to be a blessing to others financially, and not just financially, but in other ways also. But I can't control that. But what I can control is doing what I can with what I have. What I can control is just picking up my iPad and just trying to make a video like this every once in a while when I can, and hope that it's a blessing to somebody. So, want to leave you guys with that this evening. Keep on working hard. Keep on getting after it. Keep on holding your head high. Keep on, just keep digging. Keep digging. Keep on going back to the drawing board. Keep on reassessing. Keep on going back to your principles. Make sure that you're right within. Keep on praying. Keep on praising. And, continue to just follow the steps that God has laid before you. Alright, so it's Vaughn. Getting ready to hit the bed. Y'all have a good night, man. Yeah, embrace the process. Peace.